Welcome to our next big adventure. Come on in, let's show you around. So, this is our new house that we get to clean out and start renovating, finally. So we bought this house in August of 2021, and it is now November. We've been going through a process of getting the man who's living here out and going through a couple other things, but we are finally ready to start working on it. And as you can tell, it is a mess. But let's show you the potential that it has here. So for starters, we walk through the mudroom into the kitchen. And my fiance and I love to cook. So the kitchen is going to be kind of our highlight of the house, and it's really where we want to focus our efforts. So we have to get all of this taken out of here. We are going to make room for a lot of the cooking and storage and hosting, just because that's what we like to do. So we are going to put a lot of time and effort into this kitchen. Then this wall here, connecting the kitchen and the dining room, is going to be taken out to make more of an open space for hosting and gathering and just an overall bigger feel to the house. So come on this way. So when you step into the dining room, it's very small. There's a lot of junk packed in here right now, but I promise once we get it moved out, it's going to seem a lot bigger. I don't even know if you can get to the bathroom right now, but this is something special, let me tell you. Here, I'll let you guys go explore the bathroom. It's very small, very tight, but I think we can do a couple things to make it feel bigger and maximize our space in here. So there'll be a lot of work done to this. A lot of work needs to be done to this. So if you come this way, this wall is going to get headed off as well, but the beam that is already existing, we're going to try and utilize that if we can. And there's a couple different ways that we've looked into being able to take this wall out, use this beam, and make this more of an open feel as well. This house only has about 800, 900 square feet of space, so we need to maximize every square inch that we can get. So by taking out a couple walls, I think we'll be able to really make this house feel a lot bigger than it actually is. So come on this way into the living room. So in here, again, it feels super small, but it's just because it's so cluttered. Right now, there was a massive goldfish, probably about 7 inches long, left here, and we're looking to rehome him because I can't keep the goldfish. There's not enough room in here. But the dude's cool, so we gotta find a new home for him. And like, we're gonna get rid of this gas heater in the corner. There's just not enough room for it. Again, just try to maximize the space that's in here and just be able to host and do things in here. So if you come into here, this is what we're going to use as our guest bedroom. Right now there's no lights in here, so it's kind of hard to see, but it's a small space. We can fit a small bed, a couple other storage items in here. Just be able to use this space for any guests that come over. My fiance is from 5 hours away, so any of her friends or family that want to come down and stay with us, they're going to need a place to stay. So we're going to try and make a spot for them to be able to come down and stay when they visit. So now I want to show you upstairs, but it's going to take some work to get there. So we're going to trade off camera, and we're going to move some stuff around to get upstairs. Okay, let's go upstairs. So, for starters, come check out these stairs. I have a size 14 shoe, and maybe about half of it fits on the tread. So we are going to completely tear out these stairs and redesign them so that they are more safe to use and probably more legal. But come on upstairs.
Don't worry, Kyle. If you fall, I got you.
Thanks.
This is going to be our master bedroom area. So we are going to...
That's a cobweb. Just so you guys know.
Yeah.
This hasn't been open in like 4 years, right?
At least 4 years. So the gentleman who lived here for 4 years. He said he had seen upstairs once, like when he first got here, but he had just seen it. Nobody used this area. So this area has not been used in a long, long time. So we have a lot of work to do here. What our idea is when you walk into this space, we're going to try to make this into kind of like a closet area. Make this just a big walk-in closet so that we have hanging space and just a place to store all of our clothes and whatnot. So if you come into this room, this is where we plan on putting our bed.
No, Lucy, no.
So
No. Turn around.
Lucy?
Go back down.
is she trying to climb those stairs?
Yeah, I don't want her to because how steep they are.
So if you come into this room, this is where our bedroom is going to actually be. We're going to fit the biggest bed that we can fit in here, probably a queen size, but not going to be able to fit a king, unfortunately. But we're going to try and make this into the most usable space possible. I don't know if we're going to have to try and tear out the wall between the closet area and this room or not, but we're going to kind of peel all of this off, re-drywall, well, actually probably drywall it for the first time. It looks like it's just boards. It's going to take a lot of work in here, but it's nothing that we're afraid of. So yeah, that's the tour of the new home. So this first weekend, we have a lot of friends and family coming over to help us clear it out and just right off the bat get everything possible that we can out of here, take it to the dump, and just start from scratch because it's so overwhelming that there's so much junk here. So if we can just get all of that out in one foul swoop, we'll be able to start fresh and just really get after it and do all the things that we want to do, update it, and make it into a nice living space. So stick around and watch us clean out this place and see what we can do on a very tight budget to get this thing renovated and livable in hopefully the next 3 or 4 months. So let's get to cleaning. Another reason why we love this house so much is because it has a fairly large garage. So, unfortunately, Kimberly here has taken claim of this garage, which is okay, because if any of you watch our other channel, Kendrick Motorsports, you'll recognize the shop directly next to the house. Another reason why we bought this house. So, let's go through the garage, because there's a couple things that we already have done and that we want to do still here. So it's going to be a perfect size for Kim to bring her car in the winter. We're going to start doing a couple things so that we can get this heated and insulated so that when there's a foot of snow in her car, she can pull it in here and overnight it'll melt it off. So we're ready to go in the morning. There's a drain in the floor that needs cleaned out so that when the snow does melt off, it'll get out of the building. We have to redo the lights because, as you can see, most of them don't work and the circuits are all messed up. So we're going to redo the wiring and the lights in here to get plenty of outlets, plenty of light. If you look back here, we have already replaced the boards on the roof that were rotten due to trees being planted too close to the building. And over years and years of shade and water, those boards rotted off. So we replaced those, we re-tar papered the roof, and we have a steel roof coming to put on before winter gets too bad. Right here we have an area where we're thinking about putting another overhead door so that we can move four-wheelers and snowmobiles in here a lot easier from the backyard of the shop and be able to pull them in here, get them warmed up out of the rain, out of the snow. And they'll probably be stored back here, maybe a little workbench back here, a couple tools just to tinker. But for the most part, our tools and working on things is going to be over at the shop next door. This is going to be just more for the yard storage. And
She stole our wood.
also, shop dog Lucy, she's always finding stuff laying around to chew on and eat.
Like old French fries.
Old French fries.
Yeah.
Yep. If it's on the ground, she'll eat it. But yeah, so we have already started working here, and we're going to continue. We have a lot more work to do. But this isn't as pressing because we don't have to live in here. So this will probably be one of the last things to get done, but it's still going to get done because I love a good garage. The fridge that was in the house, we figured hasn't been used in probably the last 9 months. So Kyle and I get the opportunity to clean it out. Ooh, September 24th, 2020.
That's disgusting. Milk from 2019. Ooh.
One eternity later.
Alrighty. So far, the most disgusting thing that we've had to do so far.
Besides walking in.
Okay, it had a funk, but not a stank. That's a stank. I'm gonna go away from that. So let's go do something else.
Oh, no. You're probably better than me. Here, I'll hold that. I'll hold that.
You think I've got better aim? Yep.
No, you don't!
I do not have better aim. Here, I'll throw this one at it.
There you go.
It's going.
Shoot the other one. Kyle, you could have smashed that one too. Take this. I don't want this back. I don't want it back. I don't want it.
Day 2.
So we got all the junk pretty much ripped out of here. It's a lot bigger than when we started, or at least it appears that way. So now we get to tear into the walls, tear the drywall out so we can start the electric and the water and get that sort of thing going. So we're gonna get the hammers out and really get to going. So, the first weekend is finally complete. We got all the garbage taken out, and we got a huge jump on all of the drywall, lath, and plaster, and everything else that we could possibly take out of here before the transfer station closed today. So come on in, take a look at what we did. So the kitchen, of course, there we ripped all the drywall out, got everything out. This wall is completely open now. We can see what we got to do here. So we come into the dining room. So we got the dining room all tore apart, and unfortunately we have to replace some of the boards up in the ceiling. Things got a little western when we were taking things apart, but no big deal. We'll replace those, replace the wiring in here, and really start to open things up. And then the bathroom over here, we got this all tore apart. We still have the lath and plaster to tear out of here. This wall we tore pretty much completely out. This will more than likely get moved out a couple feet to make some more room in the bathroom for the bathtub, the sink, vanity, whatever we decide to put in there. So that's one giant step forward. If we step into the living room here, we got a lot of this taken out. The ceiling still has to come out. There's lath and plaster up above the ceiling that we want to take out as well and run the wiring through. And as you can see, the spare bedroom is in the works of getting torn apart. We didn't quite make it upstairs today, but that's that's a lot of work for another day. Either way, I think that was an awesome first weekend. So, thanks for watching the video. If you like what you see, please like, subscribe, and stick around for this long, amazing journey because it's going to be pretty fun. Here is to our next big adventure and all the memories that we're going to make in here and a lot of hard work. Let's go.